The crystalline halls of the Galactic Council headquarters orbited the neutral world of Kepler 442b, a monument to 10,000 years of imperial peace. Ambassador Rebecca Torres stood at the human delegation podium, her hands clasped behind her back, watching the holographic representatives of 47 alien species materialize around the circular chamber. High Chancellor Vex Thor, a towering reptilian from the Draxian Empire, leaned forward on his throne. His scales shimmered with barely concealed contempt. The humans' request, military testing rights in Sector 7? Amusing. Your species has been spacefaring for merely 2 centuries. What could you possibly test that would concern this council? Rebecca smiled, a gesture that made several ambassadors shift uncomfortably. Humans and their bared teeth always unsettled the older species. With respect, Chancellor, we're not requesting permission. We're providing notification, as per Article 42 of the Galactic Treaty. The sector is unclaimed space. A murmur rippled through the council. The insectoid KTHAR ambassador clicked his mandibles in agitation. Notification. The Draxian Empire has maintained peace through superior firepower for millennia. Your primitive fusion drives and kinetic weapons are. We're primitive, Rebecca interrupted. 3 months ago. Admiral Marcus Webb reviewed the intercepted transmissions in the cramped briefing room of the human stealth frigate Endeavour. His gray eyes scanned the Draxian military chatter, translated in real time by the ship's AI. They're mobilizing, sir, reported Lieutenant James Parker, the signals officer. 3 dreadnoughts, 12 destroyers, and at least 40 support craft. They're calling it a demonstration of superiority. Marcus allowed himself a thin smile. Good. The more witnesses, the better. He tapped his communicator. Captain Rodriguez, how's our guest? On the main view screen, Captain Elena Rodriguez appeared from the bridge of the experimental vessel hidden in the asteroid field of Sector 7. Behind her, through the window, loomed something that shouldn't exist, a ship that bent light around its edges, making it appear as a hole in space itself. USS Blackstar is ready for her debut, Admiral. All systems green. The quantum drive is stable, stealth fields are holding at 99.7% efficiency, and the particle beam arrays are charged. Marcus nodded. Then let's show the galaxy what happens when you underestimate human ingenuity. Fleet Commander Zarkoth watched his tactical display with satisfaction as his armada dropped out of faster-than-light travel. 47 warships, each one a cathedral of destruction, their fusion reactors burning bright enough to be visible across the sector. Scan for the human vessel, he ordered, his clawed hand drumming on the command throne. I want this demonstration over quickly. Show them the futility of challenging Draxian dominance. The sensor officer's frills flattened in confusion. Commander, there's nothing here. No energy signatures, no mass readings, nothing but asteroids and debris. Impossible. Expand the search pattern. They must be hiding behind. The communication channel crackled. A human voice, calm and almost friendly, filled the bridge. Good afternoon, Fleet Commander Zarkov. This is Captain Elena Rodriguez of the United Earth Space Navy. Thank you for attending our demonstration. Zarkov's eyes narrowed. Show yourself, human. Or are you too cowardly to face Draxian military might? Oh, we're already here. In fact, we've been here the whole time. What happened next would be analyzed by military strategists for generations. The space directly ahead of the Draxian flagship rippled like water. Reality itself seemed to fold, and then, there it was. The USS Blackstar materialized less than 500 meters from Zarkov's dreadnought, impossibly close, impossibly silent. The ship was unlike anything in the known galaxy. Where Draxian vessels were bulky and brutal, designed to intimidate, the Blackstar was a predator. Sleek, angular, its hull composed of metamaterial that seemed to absorb light. It was half the size of a Draxian destroyer but radiated an aura of lethal efficiency. Defensive positions. Zarkoth roared. All weapons. I wouldn't, Elena's voice cut through. Your targeting systems can't lock onto us. Our quantum stealth field disrupts all known sensor types. By the time your computers calculate a firing solution, we'll be somewhere else. To demonstrate, the Blackstar vanished. 1 second it was there, the next it simply ceased to exist on every sensor and visual spectrum. Panic erupted across the Draxian fleet channels. Ships spun, searching for the Phantom. The Blackstar reappeared behind the fleet, weapons ports glowing with barely contained energy. Admiral Webb's voice joined the communication channel. Let me explain what you're seeing, Fleet Commander. The USS Blackstar represents a paradigm shift in warfare. While you've been comfortable with your supremacy, humanity has been working. Our quantum displacement drive allows near-instantaneous repositioning. Our particle beam weapons operate at 97% light speed. Our AI targeting systems process battlefield data 3,000 times faster than organic thought. A small asteroid tumbled in the distance, approximately 50 kilometers from the nearest Draxian ship. Watch, Elena said simply. The Blackstar fired. There was no dramatic energy beam, no explosive missile. Just a brief distortion in space, and the asteroid ceased to exist. It didn't explode. It didn't fragment. At the molecular level, the particle beam had simply unmade it. The silence on the Draxian channels was absolute. Marcus continued, his voice carrying the weight of Earth's entire military behind it. We don't want war, Commander. Humanity has learned hard lessons about the cost of conflict. But we will not be dismissed. We will not be threatened. And we will not kneel to empires built on intimidation. 3 hours later, Rebecca Torres stood before the Galactic Council once more. The chamber was eerily quiet. High Chancellor Vexthor's scales had paled to a sickly gray. The Draxian fleet has withdrawn, she reported. No shots were fired, no lives were lost. But I believe we've made our point. The KTHAR ambassador spoke, his voice cautious. How many of these Blackstar vessels does humanity possess? Rebecca's smile returned. That information is classified. But I can tell you this. The USS Blackstar is not a prototype. She's the first of her class. She paused, letting that sink in. Humanity seeks partnership, not domination. We offer our technology for peaceful exploration, our expertise for mutual defense. But make no mistake, the days of treating Earth as a junior member of this council are over. She gathered her documents and turned to leave, then paused at the chamber door. Oh, and Chancellor. Article 42 works both ways. You're welcome to test your new military technology in unclaimed space anytime you'd like. We'll be watching with great interest. As the human delegation departed, 47 species sat in stunned silence, contemplating a future where humanity was no longer the galaxy's youngest child, but its most dangerous unknown. In orbit above, invisible to all sensors, the USS Blackstar kept watch, a silent guardian, and a promise that the age of human submission had ended.